How I serve my neighbors is through an organization called Cares for Kids. I support Cares for Kids because it allows me the opportunity to go back into the neighborhoods that our agents serve and give back.
I serve thy neighbor by giving back to the community. We've done backpack drives, food drives, and also we do a blanket drive every year to make sure that we have an impact on the community.
And I serve my neighbor by a program called Backpack Buddies. This program provides children in the school system that are from food insecure homes with weekend meals during the school year. We also organize a Community Under the Stars theater night, which is free and fun 2 times a year.
We give back through Easter Seals. Easter Seals serves adults and children with disabilities, and we raised over $15,000 last year, and we're going to do better this year.
I serve my neighbor by teaching a life shop that is actually empowers young adults to make life decisions that help empower them through creating a mission statement and actionable goals.
We're also proud to sponsor the Lake Realty Spiritus Masters Golf Tournament, held the day after the Masters in Augusta, Georgia. Last year, our one-day charity golf tournament raised $103,000 to support adult cystic fibrosis patients in North Carolina.
Volunteer through CERTOMA. CERTOMA stands for Service to Mankind, and we sponsor the speech clinic for children in the Venice area.
Quería hablarles de los Easter Seals, uno de los eventos que nosotros cooperamos para darle servicio para atrás a la comunidad. Estamos muy orgullosos de esos servicios que damos porque siempre dar para la comunidad es cuando mejor podemos servirles. Gracias por su auspicio.
I serve my neighbor by volunteering at Cobb Street Ministries, donating to the Atlanta Mission and Children's Health Care of Atlanta.
And we've created a nonprofit called First Fruits, and our team gets together every quarter and decides where to donate a percentage of our profits. So we're heavily involved in the community and love doing what we can to give back.
I serve my neighbor by donating my time to the Druid Hills Civic Association, Habitat for Humanity, and making donations to Children's Health Care of Atlanta.
One of my favorite all-time quotes is by Martin Luther King Jr., and it is about serving. Everybody can be great because anybody can serve. You only need a heart full of grace and a soul generated by love. That quote adorns the wall at our headquarters in Alpharetta, Georgia. It serves as an inspiration and a reminder of the Supreme Southeast mission to serve others before self. By the way, our mission does not say serve others before self if they deserve it. In fact, there are no footnotes or conditions. It's simply serving others before self. It's our mission because we believe that becoming our personal and professional best starts and finishes with serving others. At home, in the workplace, and in serving our neighbors, one of the 2 great commandments. Think about it. The best moments in life are the moments when we are giving something of value to another person, when we are sacrificing something of value for another person and getting nothing back in return. The very best moments in life are when we are giving another person something of value that they do not deserve and that they can't repay. The serving, the sacrificing of our time, of our talent, of our treasure, are all 3 in service of another person, expecting nothing back in return, is when mankind is at his and her best. For the giver, serving our neighbor makes us feel in the moment a sense of fulfillment, a sense of joy, because you know that it is the ultimate act of love and nothing in life rivals it. For the recipient, they know they are receiving something of value that they do not deserve and that they cannot repay. They feel a sense of humility and gratitude, a sense of joy. They know they are experiencing the ultimate act of love, and they know that nothing in life rivals it. Serving thy neighbor, loving thy neighbor, it is one of life's 2 great commandments. And when we are reflecting this, we are the very best version of ourselves. I want to thank all of you for sharing examples of what you're doing to serve all of our neighbors. You're doing your part to make the world a better place. You know, there's an old saying, actually, it's a bit of advice, used by every parent, including mine. And it goes something like this. Be wary of the company you keep, for they are a reflection of who you are or who you want to be. Apparently, based on the messages in the video we just watched, we're keeping some pretty good company at Supreme Southeast. Today, as we continue our journey to become our personal and professional best, we'll remind each other, we'll celebrate, and we'll encourage all of you to serve your neighbor even better than you have in the past, because getting better is what our program is all about. I'm Pat Flood, and I welcome you to Personal and Professional Best. Our opening video showcased many of our realtor partners and how they serve their neighbors. I wanted to take a few minutes to share with all of you the ways that Supreme Southeast serves its neighbors. We make our living at Supreme Southeast financing homes. As a result, we decided one of the best ways we could serve our neighbor was to help our neighbor get a home. And so we partnered with Habitat, and this year we'll complete our 6th home. In each case, one of our neighbors prayed that they would someday get to be a homeowner. And in each case, Supreme Southeast answered that prayer. We thank all of you for your support of Supreme Southeast. Your support of our business allows us to answer our neighbor's need and our neighbor's prayer. And in doing so, we're living our mission and reflecting the best that mankind has to offer.
This is a great program. Habitat for Humanity is a wonderful program that teaches people how to own a house. It gives them all kinds of classes, and being out here and getting to be a part of it is it's heartwarming.
And the one thing I can say about this is at the end of the day, I'm gonna leave here tired, sweaty, probably not smelling so well, but I will be so full of just pride and gratitude for being able to be a part of helping another family.
The work that you guys put in on these builds, it's pretty incredible. These houses are built in just 8 days, mostly by volunteers.
It's so great to be with an organization like Supreme Lending that gives back to the community, helping with Habitat, helping someone with the dream of home ownership, getting a little dirty, just putting in some labor and hard hours to help someone be in a home is just, there's nothing better.
We're out at our 6th build for Supreme Lending. Really hope you guys can come join us. Today we have a ton of friends and family helping us build a home for a person in our community. We'd love to see you come out.
Hey guys, my name is PJ, and I want to thank Habitat and Supreme Landing for building my new home. And I love everybody who is watching right now, and God bless all of you.
Wow, I love that kid, PJ. This is what he said. I love everybody who is watching right now, and God bless all of you. That's because PJ and his family's prayer was answered, and he now has a home. We invite all of you in Atlanta to join us as we have 5 weeks of work that remain to complete a home for this year's family, the Johnson family. You can go online at supremebest.com/habitat and register to join us in serving our neighbor. Serving thy neighbor not only makes the world a better place, but it also has significant benefits for the server as well. Studies show that serving thy neighbor, it reduces stress, anger, and anxiety. It reduces your blood pressure. It increases your self-confidence. It makes you happy, and it helps you live longer. That's what the studies say. Serving thy neighbor, it not only makes the world a better place, but it also reflects the best version of all who do it. So now we know how many of you are serving your neighbors, and you now know one of the ways that Supreme Southeast serves its neighbors. I think we are all keeping some pretty good company. We think our hanging around together, keeping company with each other, is making us better. And we think together we can make the world a better place. Actually, since we've been hanging out together at Personal and Professional Best, we have been making the world a better place. Last year, all of you, all of us, including Freddie Mac, the Elf, Supreme Man, collectively, we all gave away $65,000 to 49 different charities who serve our neighbors. If our interest is to become our best and to serve our neighbors, I think we should continue to hang out together. And I think your parents would agree that hanging out with Supreme Lending is the best idea. On the topic of best and becoming our personal and professional best, it's not where you are in life that matters, it's where you're going in life that matters. Let's transition for a moment and discuss Best GPS. Best GPS can be found online at supremebest.com. Best GPS is our life planning system, and it works just like the navigation systems that we all use every day. You assess where you currently are in the 6 areas of life that we all share in common: in family and relationships, in health and fitness, in personal finance, fun and recreation, in faith and community service, today's topic, and finally, in business. Once you take the time to honestly assess where you currently are, you do what the people who write their best life story do. You specifically select where you want to go in life. You then develop a specific roadmap to get you there. And you invite a voice of accountability to ensure that you arrive at your targeted destination on time. Best GPS is a tool that allows you to specifically develop and document your life plan to give you the best opportunity to get from where you currently are in life to where you want to go in life. Some quick facts. Less than 5% of American adults actually write down their life goals. But when they do, they're 50% more likely to accomplish their goals. And those that have a written plan and invite a voice of accountability, they're substantially more likely to accomplish their goals and become the best version of themselves. I wanted to share a brief update, personal update regarding how I'm doing so far this year in my personal and professional best journey. Let's start out with family and relationships. I've been married 34 years, 35 as of July 28th of this year. Lisa and I have a great relationship, but like everything else in life, it could be better, and I want to have the very best marriage possible. And so this year, one of my goals was that I would not get mad at Lisa all year. I don't often get mad at Lisa, but I wanted to do better than I've done in the past. So far, this year, I've been mad one time at Lisa for around 10 minutes when I was playing the Piano Man.
Was in the spring, and spring became the summer. Couldn't believe the call along. I need space, touching hands, reaching out, touching me, touching her.
She simply wanted me to sit a minute, and I didn't want to, so I got a little mad. And then I got over it right away because I decided in my plan to start the year that I wasn't going to get mad. Let's look at another goal, number 2, health and fitness. One of my goals this year is to drink 50% less wine. Year to date, I estimate that I've drank around 40% less. It's a lot less wine so far this year. Hey, I might not be proud of it, okay? But it's the reality, it's truth for me. And just like you, I need to get better. Finally, let's go into the area of fun and recreation. As a result of the pain that I endured when Clemson beat Alabama in the national championship game, I was interested in getting the bad taste out of my mouth as soon as I possibly could. And so, as I looked at the 2019 football schedule, I realized that the earliest I could do it was April 13th, way before the season started. That's because Alabama was playing Alabama in the annual spring game, and I knew Alabama was going to win. So I committed to go and to have fun. It also served in family and relationships as a benefit because I took my 2 boys and my father-in-law, and I did go. We had a blast, and Alabama won. And I give credit to where credit is due, to personal and professional best, to best GPS. Check the box. I'm offering you a challenge today. I challenge you to become one of the 3% of Americans that commit their goals in writing. Go to Best GPS, fill out your goals, and join the club. And maybe you won't get mad at your spouse or significant other this year. Let's hear what's happening with Supreme Southeast Associates and their personal and professional best journey.
For 2019, some of the things on my list, the main goal is to get back down to high school weight. And it's been a long journey, but hopefully by the end of the year, I'll get there.
So far this year, me and my boyfriend have been saving to buy our first home. So we had a goal to save $15,000. And as of right now, we're at $12,000.
This year at Personal Professional Best, I have accomplished sharpshooters. I learned how to shoot a gun. I learned how to load a gun. It wasn't the big gun, it was a little gun, but I know how to shoot one, I know how to protect myself.
Yeah, the PPMB's made a big impression on me. If nothing else, it's 2 or 3 things. It's helped me to reunite with my son over some issues, and maybe a focused effort on that. I'm happy to say we're as loving, as caring as we ever were.
So I've set aside some time for trips this year, just little things like turning the phone off. You know, you think about it now, and this program's really encouraged me to turn that phone off at a certain time at night, read the bedtime stories to the kids, and connect with my family, and that's really important. Now you got to plan that just as much as you do any kind of business meeting.
So this year on Personal and Professional Best, I have renovated my whole house and the kitchen, which was a goal for a long, long time.
This year for Personal and Professional Best, I've completed a couple goals. One of my goals was to lose some of my winter coat that I've developed over the past couple years. So as to date, I'm down 15 pounds, been exercising more, eating right.
So far this year on Personal Professional Best, I have reduced my sugar intake, lost 5 pounds, established a date night with the wife every Friday night, so we've got that going on.
I actually wanted to become a volunteer at the Atlanta Humane Society. So in January, I signed up to become a volunteer, and I've actually volunteered a couple times each month, and I've finished my orientation training.
Because of the program with Personal and Professional Best, I've devoted more time to my wife, my son who's 1 year and 6 months old. So we've invested in putting the phones away and spending more time as a family.
You know, because of Supreme Lending's Personal and Professional Best, my husband and I planned, attended, successfully did our 25th anniversary trip. Awesome trip to Costa Rica. It was a week of a lifetime.
The best thing that PB&B has taught me, and I've learned from it so far, has really been just to grow my business. When I started with this company a year ago, actually, I started out in the MLS department, which was kind of the entry-level department, and now I've kind of grown my business up to where I'm a loan officer.
The Personal and Professional Best program is about happiness to me. Basically, it's impacted every aspect of my life as far as saving money for the future house that I'm about to buy. I've set the wedding date for my wedding this year. I have improved my golf game by a significant amount of strokes.
What Personal Professional Best did was it made me accountable to set some goals. And so one of the goals that I wanted to do was to pay my car off because I hate having a car payment. And so when we started this, I thought, you know what? I'm going to put more money down. So I put extra money down every month.
This year, my biggest hope was just to be a better family man, to be there for my children, to be there for my family, to put my phone down, and to find balance. And that was one of my big goals with Professional Best, and that's one of the things that the program has definitely helped me to achieve.
Doesn't matter where you are, it matters where you're going. And I love to hear the story about people at Supreme Southeast getting better. And I hope all of you will join us. Today's program is about serving thy neighbor. Serving another, loving another is arguably the greatest act in history, as it makes the world a better place and leaves the server better as well. Earlier, we shared numerous examples of how all of you invest in the world of organized charitable giving. And all of these institutions, including Habitat, are indeed helping to serve our neighbors and are helping to make the world a better place. I want to close today's program by offering all of us a Supreme Service Challenge. But before I do, I want to talk about Tiger Woods. You may be wondering what Tiger Woods has to do with serving thy neighbor. The answer is everything. Let me explain. Every day we all experience news with our families, with our friends, with our coworkers, in our communities. We hear news about strangers, about our neighbors. News about people drinking too much, getting DUIs, news about people doing drugs. We hear news about friends and families, their kids getting in trouble. We hear news about infidelity, about marriages that are failing. We hear news about parents who are buying their kids into schools. We hear news about people making poor choices and creating pain for themselves and for others. And when we hear the news, we do what comes natural. We judge the people involved. What were they thinking? Can you believe they did that? We say things like, they got what they deserved. They had it coming. This is natural. And the truth is we all do it. More or less, and less is better. We can all do better. And several weeks ago, we all did what we can do and what we should do if we want to be at our best. We served our neighbor. We loved our neighbor, and a great restoration took place. Over the last 5 years, we all got the news about Tiger Woods and his choices, with his marriage, with alcohol, with drugs. Many, in fact, most, judged him. I'm sure I did as well. But the story that unfolded at the Masters, a story of restoration, a story that made us cry for joy, was really a story about all of us serving our neighbor. Late last year, with his health finally restored, his neighbors stopped judging and they started pulling for him, and his restoration was underway. He arrived this year in Augusta with hope, and he arrived with his neighbors, with all of us, his fans, pulling for him, and we willed him to victory. We, his neighbors, were at our best, and because we gave him grace, the hug with his child will be forever etched in our memories.
Many doubted we'd ever see it. And here it is. The return to glory.
I believe he won because the judgment of him was in the past. Forgiveness was given, and his neighbors were serving him, and we all willed him then to victory. Sure, he won a golf tournament, not just any tournament. He won a major, the Masters. But it was not just about golf. Grown adults, including this one, don't cry when golfers win golf tournaments, even the Masters. It was not about golf. It was about what is possible when neighbors love and don't judge, when neighbors forgive and serve each other. When that happens, the world truly is a better place. Every day we are offered countless opportunities to serve our neighbors, not just through charities, but in our everyday lives, in all that we say and all that we do. The Supreme Service Challenge, starting today, is for all of us to give all of our neighbors grace and love, to treat them better than they deserve. If we do, we'll make the world a better place, and we will unlock the best in us as well. Over the next 30 days, I challenge you to open your eyes and your ears and your hearts and look for opportunities to serve your neighbor. When you do, we'd love to hear about it. Email us your story at ppb@supremebest.com, and we'll share some of the best stories in our next program. Stay tuned. Smart is next.